Welcome back to Blender Quick Tip, and for today, bending pipes. I will also show you a handy trick in order to fill up multiply faces, and on the end of this video I will show you how to spawn in basic pipe shapes which you can find in a hidden add-on. For now, let's bend. Let's first spawn in a cylinder and then make sure that the top is not filled up. Then in edit mode, let's move this up, because you want to have the orb at the bottom of this. Then I'm just gonna grab the top and move it all the way up here, so you can see it's two of these grid blocks high. Then smoother it, then add a modifier, add deform, add a curve, and we're going to add in a subdivision surface, and I'm going to leave this on 1. Then we're going to spawn in a curve, or in this case a path, and a path is something straight, which I find more handier to work with. And I'm just going to place it down here, then rotate it on the y-axis, and in edit mode this is already being selected, and I'm going to move it up so the orb is down at the bottom. Now there are 5 of these black dots. The more I zoom out, the more you can see it. But in the end we are going to use 6, and I will show you how to spawn in an extra one, of course. I'm going to move the first one up to the top, then this one 4 of these blocks away from the one from the top, and then with this one being selected and this one being selected, I'm gonna press W and add in a subdivide. So in the middle here it will add in another extra one of these, and I'm gonna make sure it's 4 blocks away from the one from the top. Now let's do the same with the rest of these. This one here, 2, 3, 4. So now we have 6 of these dots with spaces of 4 blocks between in. Now let's place this thing back down here. And with this cylinder being selected, we're going to select the name of this path. But you can also, of course, give it your own name, like P1, if you don't want to get confused with all these weird names. And then straight away at the cylinder you can see it's called P1. Now with this path being selected, I go in edit mode and I select the first one on the top, and I move this up here, and you can straight away see what happens. Now the reason why it acts like this is because we need to add in some loop cuts in our cylinder. So I just go ahead, press Ctrl R, and then use my scroll wheel to add multiply of these things. And as you can see right now, it's pretty good. So back into edit mode with our path. You also want to make sure that you have at least 2 of these dots being on one side, and I will show you in a second why. I'm just going to select this one, place it somewhere around here, and this one somewhere around here. Now if you want to have a better idea of what's going on, which in case I mean the grid, you just turn off this subdivision surface, press Z for wire mode. I like to work on grid mode, so I've got this dot down here, 2 blocks off from this line, and I got it 1 block off the middle. I'm gonna make it 2 blocks off the middle, which in case I actually mean I'm just splitting this cube into half and call that a middle line too. And I'm also gonna check out this one. It seems to be 2 blocks off this line, and it seems to be 2 blocks off from this line. When I go out of edit mode, you can clearly see that our cylinder is a little bit shorter right now, but there is an easy way to fix this up. So in edit mode with the cylinder, you're just gonna select 2 of these, Shift D, place it on the top, and make sure you select everything and remove doubles. Now if I go out of edit mode, you can clearly see it has been filled up. Now before I apply this curve to this pipe, I want to make sure if I select both of these and just Alt D them, if I move them 2 away, that there is a nice gap between in. At this moment there ain't no nice gap. We're going to fix that up. Now before we're going to do something about that by placing one in the middle, we're going to place one at these sides to make sure that this pipe down here is a little bit more straight. So I'm going to press W, add subdivide, and you can straight away see that it's a lot more smoother. So I have this thing on 2. I'm also going to do the same with the ones on the top. Press W, press subdivide, and now you can see it's a lot more straighter at the front and the top. And or I'm just going to lower these until there is 1 block between each of those dots. I'm going to do the same at the top and this one. And now I'm going to make sure that this line is straight with that line. First things first, let's select both of these, press W, add in another subdivide, and then just start messing around with this. I believe I only have to Put that one up and this one down, and now you can see we have a nice straight line. Now, and if I select both of these and Alt-D them and place them near each other, you can see we now have a much nicer gap between in case you want to make a video card or something like that. But we will have to fix the top first because it's past the line. It's actually very simple to do. If you are sure of your model, then just apply it, add in a mirror, turn this on Y, turn the X off, and then hide it and place it to the top for later on. Then in edit mode of the pipe itself, select the ones past the red line, press X and delete these vertices. I'm also going to select this line up here, delete these vertices, and then at the bottom I'm going to select this down here and duplicate this to the top. And now I will have a nice handy trick for you guys. First select these two outer dots, press F to fill in the gap, the same with this one, and then with this one being selected, also select these two and press Ctrl F and choose Fill Grid. And now as you can see we have filled it up back and it's nice on our line what we want. Just press Smooth once more and there you go. Turn the mirror back on, apply it, and there we have our pipe. Now from the top select our path and move it up to another room. And with the pipe being selected, we're gonna add in a little bit of thickness. With this solid pie, I pronounce it probably the wrong way. And from the front view, I'm going to place this to the top. And then watch what happens when I press this arrow. You can see it's a lot smoother right now. And you also want to make sure the thickness is on 0.1. It looks a lot better already. And you can do a lot more to make it even more smoother. Just select the top. Lower it once and extrude it like so, and there you go. The same will go for the bottom. You just select the one below, higher it once, extrude it downwards, and you can see we also fixed the gap. Now as you've seen in my list, I got a lot of these extra stuff, including at mechanical pipe joints, and I got a few different basic pipes. Because these pipes are not actually acting the same what I just did, but you might still find them handy. Just gonna extrude these options and show you that you can make them larger, you can make them more smoother, change the angle, the length, and this length. Now if you would like to have all of these extras, then I recommend you to watch my other quick tip video about extra meshes add-on, which I will explain you all about it. A link will pop up in the top, or go to my channel for more Blender stuff. If you've got some questions or a request, then comment below. If this video was useful, then like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.